Peace, world, and welcome to Conscious Crusade's YouTube page. As you know, I'm always saying that movement and motion is like lotion for the muscles and the joints. Well, I do that for one because it's true, and for two because I've experienced it, and it makes me feel better just to get up and again get my joints and muscles moving so blood can flow in that whole bit. So, without further ado, this is something that you can do like whenever, you know what I'm saying? Some great movement sequence to get the blood flowing. So let's begin. I want to start today. Did you hear that cracking? Little child's pose, 5 to 7 breaths in child's pose. My fingers are spread. Inhaling in through my nostrils, exhaling through the mouth. Trying to sit my hips and glutes as close to my heels as possible for another 3 rounds of breath or so. And make our way to the table. Make sure to keep the core engaged as I begin to do a little cat-cow. 3, 5, 7 maybe. Inhaling, making my back into a U. Exhaling, pressing through my paws, making sure to tuck my chin to my pelvis towards my forehead. And again, just 5 to 7 of these. Making sure to breathe and activate the entirety of the vertebra. And then we'll meet in neutral spine. Now I like to do what I call scapular floss. Again, I'm going to keep my elbows straight, draw my shoulder blades together, and spread them while keeping the core engaged. This is very beneficial because we stay humped over at our desks looking at computers and smartphones. Keeping the core engaged. Again, 5, 7, maybe 10 of these. And from here, let's curl our toes under, send our hips up and back, and land in our first downward facing dog. Shaking my head gently, yes and no. I'm gonna walk my dog by alternating bending of my knees, while still shaking my head gently, yes and no. Just pedaling the feet. And then on the last one, I like to inhale up on my tippy toes. Exhale, push my heels toward the mat for a nice, powerful downward facing dog. I'm gonna look in between my hands, bend my knees, and you can crawl or you can walk your feet into your hands. Once your feet reach your wrist, inhale your back nice and flat, not round. Inhale the back long, lengthen the spine, bend your knees, and fold. I like to shake my head gently, yes and no here. Maybe grab opposite elbow and just sway from side to side. Waking up those hamstrings. Release my hands, tuck my chin to my chest, and slowly come to a stand. Let's be at the tops of our mats in mountain pose. My fingers are relaxed. My crown is tall. Earlobes in line with my shoulders, hips, and ankles. I'm going to inhale the arms up, reaching. Exhale, my knees are bent. Back is flat and I fold. Look at my knees, look at my quads. Inhale, my back flat again. Plant my hands, get my way to plank. If you're not feeling strong, it's okay to modify the plank. Just make sure to keep the core engaged and the back is in a nice straight line. Modified or unmodified. Come forward your tippy toes, Elbows touch your sides, lower to chaturanga and pause. Come onto your pelvis and the tops of your feet. Slide the hands back up under the elbows. Hug the elbows in nice and tight. Inhale. Exhale, lift your head, neck, shoulders, chest, top of your belly. And lower down. Again. Inhale, lift your head, neck, chest, shoulders, belly. And lower down. That's Cobra. How's about upward facing dog? This time, knees and quads are lifted. Heart goes toward the ceiling. Drop your knees, curl your toes under, send your hips up and back, down dog. Let's take this first leg. Kick it back as high as you can. Step it in between your hands. Make sure the knee is over the ankle. Before you drop that back knee, uncurl the back toe. Push up off this front leg. Inhale, exhale, straighten the back leg. Pull back on the inhale. Exhale, straighten the back leg. And just breathe here for a minute, targeting the front of this hip. Once you've had 3 to 5 breaths, frame this front foot, pick up the back knee, and step the back foot up to the front. Inhale your back flat, plant the hands, step the opposite foot back this time. Drop the knee, uncurl the toe, push up off that quad. Inhale, exhale, straighten the back leg. Pull back on the inhale. Exhale, straighten that back leg again. 3 to 5 breaths here. And once you give yourself some breath work, go ahead and frame this front foot, pick up the back leg, and go ahead and step this back foot up to meet the front. Inhale your back flat. Plant the hands, make your way back to plank. Low push up. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, down dog. Now roll right over toes there first. Come on your tippy toes, tuck your chin in your chest, and roll forward to plank. From plank, let's go ahead and drop our knees. Big toes touch, knees are wide. Push your glutes back to your heels again. Nice little child's pose. And then we'll walk our hands back to our knees. Sit on our heels, sit your glutes off to one side, swing them around front, and make your way onto your back. From your back, take the first foot. Knee, rather, pull it into your chest and roll the ankle. Roll the ankle the opposite direction. 3, 4, 5 times. Now pull the knee into your armpit. You may want to place your opposite hand on the outside thigh. And then take that, I got my right knee. So I'm going to roll over onto my left side. Taking my right knee with me. And then I'm going to reach and look right. A nice spinal twist. See if I can relax both shoulders. And again, 3 to 5 breaths. Let's take this to the other side. Straighten both legs. And then let's go ahead and grab that second leg. Pull the knee into the chest and rotate the ankle. 3, 4, 5 times. Now let's rotate the ankle in the opposite direction. Now this time I have my left knee and I scoot over to the left side of my mat. I'm going to roll over onto my right side and then I'm going to reach and look left. And trying to relax both shoulders onto the mat. And settle into the twist. for 3 to 5 to 7 breaths. And then to come out of it, I'm going to hug both knees into my body. So a big squeeze, forehead to knees, and relax. Forehead to knees, and relax. Let's get into a little back bend and glute and core work. So, bridge pulses. Soles of your feet on the mat, feet hips width distance. Engage your soles and lift your pelvis. Lower down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more again. Inhale and exhale. Roll onto your shoulders. You want to clasp your hands, that's an option. You can also clasp your ankles and breathe, but you're engaging your feet, sending your chest towards your chin, but your chin runs away from your chest. Think back bend, think heart opener. And breathing. Three, 4, 5 breaths. Come out, tippy toes, tilt your pelvis high and slowly lower down. Now hug the knee to the body again. And let's rock forwards and backwards. You can also rock side to side. And then we're going to cross our ankles and begin to rock. 2, create enough momentum. 2, rock up into seated. And rock up into seated. Let's go ahead. Inhale the arms up the frame of the ears. You can soften your knees. Keep your arms by your ears as you go ahead and hinge forward as far as you can before going ahead and grabbing your calves, your shins, or your ankles. And we're just breathing. When your knees are bent, your focus is more on opening your lower back. When your legs are straight, it focuses more on the hamstrings. So you decide what part of the body you want to target. And slowly release. From here, let's go ahead and make our way onto our backs. Palms are face up and away from our bodies. Let's have a little bit of movement, a little bit of breathing. And let's just settle in and see how we feel. Naturally breathing. Surrender wherever you're feeling resistance. We're doing a little wiggling back into our bodies, coming back to life. You're rolling the ankles, wrists. Another nice lengthening, good morning stretch, pointing flex the feet. Hugging the knees in the body again. Making your way over onto your side briefly. Resting in a comfortable fetal position. I always suggest to keep the eyes closed when you use your hands to push yourselves up into a comfortable space. I'm going to be on my knees this time. Sitting on my heels. you find whatever space you can to feel comfortable. Make sure you sit up nice and tall. Blink the eyes open. So yeah, a brief movement and breathing sequence to get the blood flowing, because again, after all, movement and motion is like lotion for the muscles and the joints. So, do leave feedback. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, and yeah, join us here, Conscious Crusade. All right, peace.